celebrate, to mourn, even it's just as a place as a busy family to have a meal. And when those restaurants aren't there on Main Street, it really harms the community. So we are very concerned.
So what can consumers do to help the industry then?
So there's a number of things. Certainly, even at 25% capacity or 50% capacity, there are still seats in a restaurant. And restaurants, many of them are going above and beyond even best practices to really make sure that it's safe to dine in, that it's safe for their staff, and it's a place where you can go and enjoy their delicious food. Now, I also fully understand that there's some circumstances that there are some folks that are just not comfortable to be eating inside a restaurant right now, and that's okay. Many places also do curbside, so you can call and order your favorite meal, and you can go and you can pick it up from the restaurant. A lot of times they'll even bring it right out to your car, contactless, and put in the back seat of your trunk, and off you go. There's also delivery, which is an option, but I do have a caution with that. If you want the food delivered, please contact the restaurant or look on their website on how to do it. Don't do it through a third-party app. What that does is it takes the control out of the hands of the restaurateur, and you want that control there in terms of quality, in terms of cost, in terms of how and when it's delivered. And so doing it through the restaurant really is the best way to help them.
Oh, that's a great tip. Yeah. And Kristin, what are some innovations have you noticed coming out of the COVID pandemic from restaurant owners in Wisconsin?
You know, I'm a pretty optimistic person, and one of the things that I try to do is, even in a really dire situation, is look at the bright spots, and there are some bright spots. Restaurateurs by nature are entrepreneurs, they're innovative, they have creative ideas, and a lot of times they're doing take-at-home meal kits so that you can have all the restaurant quality ingredients, you can prepare it at home with your family and have that experience. There's virtual tastings that you can do. There's a take-at-home cocktail kit I've seen folks do. So there's a lot of really innovative things that people are trying to add to that restaurant experience that you can extend that time beyond just the restaurant itself.
So as we're getting closer to normal operations, how are restaurants gearing up for that, or are they going to kind of keep some of the COVID precautions in place?
I think it's going to be a slow downhill towards getting back to normal. One of the things that we know that the confidence that eating out safely is a big concern, and it's going to take a while to develop that confidence. But even with the vaccines, it's taking a long time to get the vaccines in the arms, and it's just going to take some time just because of the sheer amount of people that need to be vaccinated. So it's just going to take time. But the great thing is the innovation, the outside dining, some of the take-home meals. I think there's a lot of restaurants that are going to keep some of those really creative ideas and keep it as part of their mix so that they can continue to extend that restaurant experience beyond just the restaurant itself.
Kristin, thank you so much for joining us. Any last suggestion or tips to maybe our viewers as they start through the opening up of restaurants, and anything you'd like to just mention to them?
So we know that eating out, the confidence of eating out is safely is one of the biggest concerns that we have. Even if without capacity limit, if people don't feel confident that going out to eat is safe, they're not going to do so. So we ask that the restaurateurs make sure that they're communicating what is expected in the restaurant as far as mask wearing, social distancing, and so on. But we also know there's a responsibility on the consumer side that please, when you go in there, please follow the protocols that these restaurateurs have put in place, because they're really working overtime to try to make sure their staff are safe, to make sure they're safe and you are safe going in. So please follow those protocols as best you can. And that's really very, very helpful to them.
Well, thank you so much, Kristin. And thank you for coming on and sharing your 2020 vision with us. Up next, we are moving on to another 2020 vision interview. But after that, the catering for cast and crew has been provided by Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens. Great food with a fun and relaxing atmosphere at Marco's. But first, we want to thank our program sponsors. We'll be right back.
Your hometown news is brought to you by Oakdale Credit Union, Hardware Hank in New Lisbon, The Fun Company Game Room Store, and the Little Cottage Home Decor and more in New Lisbon.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
Hardware Hank knows you have projects, lots of important projects, from paint to plumbing, electrical, and yard maintenance. We have the area's largest selection of Milwaukee tools. Hey, it's what the pros use. We even have an in-store chainsaw sharpening service. It's time to build your property's value with Hardware Hank New Lisbon.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
What's the more in the little cottage home decor and more? Fashion. Shopping is fun at the little cottage. Update your look and discover more at the Little Cottage Home Decor and More, New Lisbon.
Relax at Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At Tomah Health, we're supporting our community by providing the quality care you and your family need while taking precautions to keep you safe. Our staff is offering video visit to give patients quick and easy access to a medical provider, virus screening, social distancing, and rigorous disinfecting protocols to provide safe continuing care. Your health is important to us, and by taking a few steps like wearing a mask and social distancing, you can help stop the spread to keep our community healthy. To learn more, visit tomahhealth.org.
You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Vision 2021 continues with Toni Van Kirk, the director at the Catholic Charities of the Diocese of La Crosse, along with her lead staff, Johnny Wazinski, both joining us via Zoom. Welcome to the program, Toni and Johnny. And I think maybe it's just you with us, Toni, at this point?
Yeah, Johnny wasn't able to make it today.
Oh. All right. Well, let's just start off with, can you give our viewers a little bit of information about what Catholic Charities, what do they do for our viewers who might not know about your organization?
Well, our organization has many different components to it. We do different assistance for families, financial assistance. We also have the warming center, which is a night emergency shelter, so night-by-night shelter. And we have an adoption program. We have an immigration program. There's just a lot of different programs in our agency.
So, so for 2021, what would your plan or vision be for this new year?
Oh, well, I run the warming center, so that is a very big one. We've definitely had some struggles this year with COVID. We've had to reduce our number of people that we've been able to see, so I'd like to see that definitely go back to where it was. And it's been really hard for our guests there to go with the new rules that we have to put in place just to keep everyone safe. So definitely just going back to the way we used to be last year would be amazing.
Toni, can I jump in and ask a little bit about where is the warming center located? Is that in a location in La Crosse?
Yep, it's downtown La Crosse on 3rd Street. It's right on the south side of La Crosse. The diocese on the far south, and then we're right downtown.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay. So as you're looking at some of the programs that your organization is doing, is there an area of a higher need than other areas right now for your organization?
Yeah, definitely. So the warming center, we usually run nightly by volunteers. Most of everybody there is volunteers. We have one lead staff, but now with the lack of volunteers, because many of them didn't return this year with COVID, we've had to use extra money to pay for staffing. Also our financial assistance with like rental assistance, utility assistance, that's another one that has been really working overtime to get people the assistance they need with COVID and everything happening.
So Toni, how can our viewers help and support your mission then?
Definitely, they can always go online. We can always use monetary donations, volunteers. would be a really nice thing. They always, on our website, we do have a list of needs we need. So there's anything from like hygiene products to hand warmers to gloves for these individuals that are outside all day. But they can go right on our website and look at all that.
And your website, is that a part of the La Crosse Catholic Diocese?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. It'll, you can, there's just a button that says donate or needs for the warming center.
Well, the warming center is like, what is your normal need for each? Is it each evening that you have to? Are you housing them overnight, or is it just for the evening meal? Or
nope, they come in, they check in at 7, and they just leave by 8 o'clock in the morning. So our meals are usually brought in or donated. Then we provide showers and laundry for them. So just having those things on hand, also gloves and hand warmers, just hand out to the people that don't check into shelter.
So I imagine you'd be looking for donations for those needs, like toiletries and stuff like that.
Correct.
And Toni, we have about 1 minute left. Is there anything in addition to the warming center, like as we kind of transition out of winter into spring, anything that you could foresee in the future that our viewers might need to help support or that you want to talk about?
For the springtime, well, we're open until April 1st. So I know it's only a few months away, but it seems like a long ways away. Just being there to help us, encourage everybody in the community to definitely reach out a helping hand.
Well, good luck with your services to those that are in need of that. And we really thank you for taking time to be with us this evening. Thank you for coming. Well, up next, Tomah Area Community Theater shares their vision and plans for the new year.
At Tomah Health, we're supporting our community by providing the quality care you and your family need while taking precautions to keep you safe. Our staff is offering video visit to give patients quick and easy access to a medical provider, virus screening, social distancing, and rigorous disinfecting protocols to provide safe continuing care. Your health is important to us, and by taking a few steps like wearing a mask and social distancing, you can help stop the spread to keep our community healthy. To learn more, visit tomahhealth.org.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
and an amazing barbecue.
The Fun Company Game Room Store
is where the fun begins. What's the more in the little cottage home decor and more? Fashion. Shopping is fun at the little cottage. Update your look and discover more at the Little Cottage Home Decor and More, New Lisbon.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
I'm Major John Judy Hudock, United States Marine Corps. This is Lynxx 24 connecting you to the community.
Well, expressing ourselves in story, dance, and song is a uniquely human quality. It would seem there are two types of people, the ones who express and the others who enjoy those expressions. In the studio, we have two expressive people from the Tomah Area Community Theater group to share their vision for 2021. Please welcome to the program Dr. Christine Jacobson and Barbara Sullivan. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Good evening. It almost sounds like they're going to do a play for us about their vision.
Grand introduction.
We could do that, but...
So for ACT, what is the vision for 2021 this year?
Well, our biggest vision is to get people back on stage and get audiences in the house. We have a program or a season planned that wouldn't open until May.
Okay.
But That's what we want, is we want people back safely in our theater.
So we're shooting for May.
We're shooting for May.
Hopefully the pandemic winds out.
Hopefully people will be vaccinated. We will be able to have more than 25% in our theater, because we can't financially produce a play with that kind of capacity with only 89 seats in the theater.
Right.
Oh, that is
it's a small house.
Speaking on that note, both of you, how has COVID impacted the theater and your productions and everything?
It really greatly has, because what we love doing is producing plays. We love having people on stage. We love having an audience to play to. And when we can't do that, we're kind of left floundering with what do we do to keep the theater afloat until we're able to do that again. And so that's what I'd like to talk to you guys about, is I am actually combining my love for theater with my love for running. And we will be having a virtual run that people can sign up through on a website. And we have 3 different lengths of the run. There's a 5K you can sign up for, a 10K, or if you're pretty ambitious, a half marathon. Yep, the run is called A Comedy of Runners, which is a play on Shakespeare's A Comedy of Errors. And what I really love is for people to sign up with their bestie and dress as twins and go out and do their run, or walk, however they want to do it, and then take some selfies as twins and send them to us so we can post them on our Facebook page. I think we have a website that could be running right now, but it is signup.com/race/WI/Tomah/A Comedy of Runners.
Oh. It rolls off the tongue.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Is that a fundraiser as well?
It is a fundraiser for the theater. And what registrants will get after they've registered is a mask that says A Comedy of Runners in support of Tomah ACT.
Oh, so instead of a shirt, you're getting a mask.
Yeah, exactly. We're helping to keep people safe and healthy.
Right.
So, with that being said, can they run anywhere they want?
You can run anywhere you want. You can run in your neighborhood. You can run on a treadmill. You can go out to a local state park and run there. You can run wherever it brings you joy to run, and with whomever you feel like running. You can run with your best friend. You can run with your dog. If you want to dress your dog up as your twin, I'd love to see that too.
And from what I understand, virtual runs are pretty much on your honor, correct?
They are. No one's going to Boston Marathon with these virtual runs. Yeah. And in fact, you do not have to put your time in, but you can if you want to, and compare yourself against other people who have entered their times on the website as well. But if you just want to do it so you can, help support the theater and then do your walk, maybe post a picture or something, that is fantastic.
I have a question with the COVID. I know your last production was that It's a Wonderful Life was at a rate. How did that go for you as an organization?
With the audio show.
That was an audio show. I actually was the director of that, and Joe was one of our stars. And it was very quick. We put it together fairly quick, but I think the end result was kind of fun to listen to. It is something that I have decided I really like. Hopefully we can do some fundraisers in the future. I have some thoughts of doing theater in the surround, where we've got people sitting around eating dinner and they just listen to the show around them.
Has the outside theater ideas come up at all? Is it American Players? Is that the theater that's in Spring Green? That's an outside theater. Have you guys toyed around with something like that with COVID?
It has come up, but part of the problem with doing things outside is finding a venue that's large enough to socially distance your audience and then set it up so people can still see and hear what's going on.
Yeah, you'd have to have an amphitheater and outside, right?
Right.
Like, wow, where would you?
Well, they said, well, we could do it in our parking lot. Yes.
You'd have to do it like at the football field or something, right? You'd have to use the football field. You'd have a...
Yeah. But we've been able to hopefully keep our sponsors from last year, rather than hitting them up for money again. They are names will be out there and their advertising will be there with our shows this year. So we're able to give the people who have supported us all along some more benefit for their dollars.
Okay.
We certainly welcome any volunteers. We are looking for more people for our board. We hopefully will have auditions end of March. End of March for Marrying Walt.
Marrying Walt.
Yes, Walt.
Rom-com?
It is a rom-com.
What's that, a rom-com? I don't know this stuff.
Romantic comedy.
Oh, why don't you just say it the right way, Joe? Romantic
Walt lives
comedy.
in a retirement community
Okay.
in Florida.
Oh, well, sure he does.
There's a lot of candidates for that one.
Oh my God.
And so that's there.
Okay.
Then this summer, we're hoping to do Clue.
Okay.
We had planned
That was
that
the
for
one that-
last summer.
it was pushed.
And Anderson Becker and Marcus Rowan are planning to direct that.
Okay.
So that will be great. And then in October, we're looking at Guys and Does, which is a deer hunting play. So we're focusing kind of on light, fun,
Happy.
happy, and hopefully we can get people back in the theater and enjoying themselves, because every time I talk to one of our patrons, well, when are you going to be open? When are you going to be here?
They miss you. They miss you.
Yeah. I think a lot of the folks that are in the plays, they're looking for another creative outlet too.
Yes.
So, with that being said, does your Facebook page have a link to the run as well?
It will soon.
Okay.
Okay, so stay tuned for Facebook page, Tomah ACT.
Yes.
Ladies,
Yes.
thank you for
Yes,
joining us.
thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
with
Oakdale Credit
everything. We'll have you
Union has
back for
been
updates.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Final thoughts are next. Stay tuned.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
This hot tub is so relaxing. The stress of the week just melts away.
Hanging out with friends is fun.
And we have so many reasons to get together.
My Traeger grill is the difference between a good
And an amazing barbecue.
The Fun Company Game Room Store
Is where the fun begins.
You are watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to your community.
Back, we have some of our final thoughts on what's coming up on our next week's show, because it's the, can't say it for real, but it's the big game.
Yes, the big game is next weekend. Unfortunately, us Wisconsin people aren't too thrilled with who's going to be in the game.
Right, because we don't have the Green Bay Packers in
No.
the final showdown. Can
We
I
did-
say it like that?
Yeah, sure.
I just
But-
can't say the
Yeah.
two other words.
But we are going to have what was it? Good eats, big game eats.
Okay, yes, we're
food and football, right?
Food and football, and I did some digging. I did some research and came up with what are the top 10 best food items to serve at a
That's like a tailgate
for the final showdown
Sure.
event
A
that
s- a
involves
super party.
football. Yes, a spectacular party with. So that'll be fun because we've got some of those. We won't spoil that, but I was surprised that
There's certain things that aren't on the list
that are not on the list.
I
There are
was
things
a
that are
little
not
surprised too
on
to
the
see that.
list.
Yeah,
And I was surprised at how many people really don't like to eat vegetables.
amazing.
Right? No one wants a fruit platter for their big game event. So what are your thoughts?
Pass the celery, Steve.
Yeah, I
you
get
know,
it, you know.
it doesn't really.
Or celery sticks with little raisins on them. That's not on there.
Ants on a log. No.
Ants on a log are not on the list. Anyways, so your thoughts on the finals?
Well, I will be breaking down both teams and what their chances are. You love listening to all the details of.
I do really like the details because I don't know that much about
So I'll break it down, and what the thing is there's a returning from last Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in it again. So.
Well, and how many years has Tom Brady been? Is this going to be a decade of Super?
It says 10th Super Bowl.
Wow. Yep.
That's it's mind-boggling that he's gone that many times.
Oh, it's a lot.
So there'll be a lot of storylines going on for this game.
Are you rooting on either side, or you want to save that for next week?
I'll have a pick, but I'm not really rooting for both. Yeah. Not really anybody. I mean, the Buccaneers are kind of cool with Tom Brady now, but
Are those Pirates Buccaneers?
They are.
Well, we want to thank you for watching your hometown news, where we're connecting
you to the community.